Sorry about that. I must have hit a button and knocked it off. But as I was saying, you're gonna sit back. You're gonna say, "I'm this. I'm that. I'm," and they're gonna say, "We don't care. Either you get down or you lay down." Now this is what we want. We want you people to work over here. We want those people to work over there, and the people that we don't care about, you're gonna go into these camps and you're gonna be slaughtered. And you're going to be this because you could do this. You're going to be that because you could do that. We need people who could do this and do that and do that. But we don't need all those people that can do all this and that. So you're going to go into the camp and you're going to be slaughtered. Or some of y'all will be taken into a rehabilitation camp, and you'll be brainwashed even more, and you'll learn how to do the job we want you to do. And if you don't, we're going to put you back in that camp and slaughter you. But like I said, the whole thing here is there is something coming. And I don't think none of us are ready for it. We're so busy being torn apart. We're so busy being defragmented. And that's not just black people and, or white people or Asians. I mean, the whole world. We're mightier together if we all stood up and said enough is enough. I'm tired of this racist bullshit. I remember watching this guy. He was a Ku Klux Klan member. He did some of the most heinous shit in the world. You know what woke him up? He went to jail. He went to jail. And from what I can understand, he was wondering, hey, this, that, the other, and something happened. I don't know what the fuck happened, but something happened with him and his Aryan brothers. And they kind of let I think it was the Chicanos or something whip his ass, cause they were like, listen, while we in here, this is how we do business. We do business with them. We do business with them. Sometimes we do business with the blacks, but we don't do too much business with these individuals, but we do business with them. And it's basically like its own, it's like a city within a city where you locked up in jail. So they're doing a lot of trading. They're doing a lot of stuff like that and getting things done. But the funny part about this whole situation is the guy kind of didn't like it. You know what I mean? I remember hearing him on YouTube, and not only on YouTube, he was on some talk show years ago, a couple years back, and they kind of let the little Mexican guys get a hold to him. And they beat the fucking crap out of him. And he was like, "Well, why didn't you help me? And they're just like, listen, you gotta learn your role. You gotta learn your spot. When we tell you to do something, we want you to do it. So you either pipe down and do it, or you shut the fuck up. You do it, or you shut the fuck up, or when we tell you to pipe down, you pipe down. When we tell you to do something, you do it. And you gotta follow the rules in this place. This is not like being out in the streets. Everybody's not your enemy totally. You got enemies in here, but everybody's not your enemy. We have certain people we fuck with, but we don't fuck with everybody like that. And that's how excuse me for saying it like that, guys, but that's the way they were saying it. They mess with certain individuals, and that's about it. There's a certain respect, and then there is a certain disrespect. You know what I mean? So that's how it worked for them. And make a long story short, he befriended a black Muslim brother there, and the brother was kind of he wasn't really very welcoming to him, but he seen the way they did him, and he kind of look, y'all need to get up off of him. You know what I mean? He's new here. Y'all know he don't know the rules. The guy was kind of shitty towards him, I don't need your help, blah, blah, blah. He said, no, you do. over the time of his stay in jail, they became pretty close. And they had a secret friendship. But before he left, he denounced the Aryans and became underneath the Muslim Brotherhood. He became underneath their protection. And he got out, and he had all these like tattoos, all these Aryan Nation tattoos all over him. It took him, he said, 10 years to get rid of all of his tattoos. He woke up. He said, you know what made me get into the Aryan Nation? He said, one, I was a loner. I was by myself all the time. He said, I didn't have no friends really. He said, I was like a nobody. He said he got into goth. You know what I mean? The goth kids really didn't fuck with him too much. Then he tried to get into skateboarding, and the skateboard kids didn't want him too much, and that's how he got in. From there, he was like in the teenage years, and he got into there. See, it's all about like association, especially. This is just not white children. This is, I think, all over. If you have the thing is about the human spirit is the human soul doesn't want to be alone. We want to feel accepted. We want to feel a part of something. A lot of people do. And then you have people like me who don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If you don't want to be next to me, you don't be my friend, fuck you. You know what I mean? There's other people out there who might like me. I don't give a shit. It doesn't fucking hurt my feelings if you don't want to be my friend. I mean, I've gotten over that shit since kindergarten and fucking 3rd grade. You know what I mean? You don't want to be my friend, that's fine. You know what I mean? Actually, 1st grade. If you don't want to be my friend, we good. And that's how a lot of people are. A lot of people want to be accepted. Acceptance is the thing. If you ever watch schools, especially like I've watched, like black schools is a little bit different than white schools. I watch as white schools, they have tables or certain places where cool kids hang out. You got the goth kids on that side. Then you got the skateboarding kids on that side. You got the BMXers on that side. You got the pretty girls. You got the fat and ugly ones or the ugly girls. And then you got the ones that nobody really want to be bothered with. Then you got the black kids that might go to school there. And then you got the jocks. You know what I mean? So you know they have their own little. It's not even a clique. It's like their own little community. If I were to be a jock and I walked over to a goth and want to hang out with goths, goths might be look like, man, what the fuck you want to hang out with me for, man? You need to go on about your business. Or vice versa. Or you a pretty girl trying to hang, or ugly girl trying to hang with the pretty girls, they gonna laugh at you, gonna walk off. The cheerleaders, we all cheerleaders, well, we gonna hang with each other. And they'll laugh in your face and they walk off. That's how they do. They associate only with people they choose to associate. If you do not sit in the ranks with them, they will disqualify you to be there with them. Now, you could be a friend of one of them, but in that time when they all huddle together, you better not step your ass over there and say, hey, Kelly, am I going to come over your house tonight? Oh, bitch, she's ugly. I don't know her. She's going to turn around. She's going to walk away until the end of the day and say, you shouldn't walk up on me and say that because they're gonna kick me out of their group. Black people's, I don't think we really got nothing like that. I never seen that. Where I'm from, I never seen it. Now you had brothers who hung out with each other who they grew up together. You know what I mean? Like if I had 4 of my boys, we all grew up together. Then we grew up together when that was it. It wasn't like I'm a football player. He's a basketball player. He does artwork and he's a goth. If we were all like that, then we all was together. Yo, where Leroy at? Oh, I don't know where Donald at. You see Donald? Oh, Gothy Donald over there. Tell Goth come over here, and we'll go and get Gothy Donald. It'd be the jock, the artist, the goth. You know what I mean? And nerd. we all stuck together. And that's how we roll. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, you had the cheerleaders, but all the cheerleaders didn't hang together. You might have 3 or 4 of the cheerleaders that was homegirls. And then there'd be like 5 or 6 other ones that's somewhere else doing something else different. But the point is, what I'm trying to say is, black schools and white schools, I don't mean to make that assumption, but I just wanted to make it. It's totally different. And when I said about the association, people want to feel a part of something. That's the human nature. We want to feel a part of something. We want to feel like we're wanted. We want to feel like everything that everything that we do is important, or we want to be effective, or have somebody who's effective in our lives. Either way, I don't know, but that's the thing, and that's how life is looked at. That's how people get into those skinheads or those hate groups. You know what I mean? Because they want to feel accepted. They want to feel wanted. Oh, life is so bleak and Hey, you look like a good guy and you want to do something great with yourself? Here, I'm giving you some literature. Come and hang out with us tonight. And then they brainwash you to hate. Because the simple fact, not only were they brainwashing you, they were brainwashed. And the other person who recruited them was brainwashed. And the other person after that was recruited was brainwashed. So it goes further and further and further and further down this line that leads into this giant rabbit hole. And if you really sit back and you really look at certain things, and you really see your interactions with other cultures, well, why didn't the black guys ever talk to me? They must be racist. They must be prejudiced. They must hate white people. No, because you never walked up to one and said, "Hey, how you doing? My name is such and such." Now, if you did, they laughed in your face. You only tried 1 or 2 guys, or you never tried a person that you might say, "Damn, you seem like a cool guy." And then but then you have to learn how to talk to people. You can't have this Fox News mindset, and that goes across the board with every culture. You can't have this biased mindset. This biased mindset will kill you. It will destroy everything about your mind, and it will destroy everything about the way you perceive things with people. You know what I mean? People hate because they're taught to hate. People hate because they're shown this is who you're supposed to hate. You hate them because I hate them. This network hates them. The world hates them, so you should hate them too. Instead of you taking 5 minutes out of your time to say, "Hey, something's not right. Maybe I should just go over there and talk to them. Hey, how you doing? My name's Chris, and my name is James. How you doing, James? Can we sit down and have a dialogue?" And then you sit down, you talk, and instead of you screaming, talk. Put all your eggs in one basket. Start cracking them son of bitches open, and as you go one by one, you get your answers. And be attentive and pay attention very much. Be attentive and pay attention to what someone is telling you, because 9 times out of 10, it's not always BS. That's our problem. We think everything is BS. That's BS because you're black and you should. No. Come and live on my side of the fence for a little while. You'll see the things. You don't see it because you're always on the outside looking in, paying attention to someone else's rhetoric that you're going to agree with because you feel like, hey, this person's my complexion and he's telling the truth. And that person can be leading you down a whole damn fucking log of shit of trouble. But that's what we are. We are people who want to belong. Instead of us saying we're going to break this mold and we're going to bust out of this vessel and let the spiritual portion of us move forward, we're always going to be controlled. We're always going to be manipulated by the media, the news, the movies, the television shows, the newspapers, and so forth and so on. And until we let that go, and until we start investigating for ourselves and being able to walk up to somebody and say, hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. I would like to sit down and talk to you. You mind if we just have a good time? Have a good talk. You don't need no beer to sit down and talk with somebody, because sometimes being inebriated would send certain individuals to a certain way. It might make them not crazy, but it might just make them go off on you because they don't know how to control their mental state. They'll catch, as they say, they catch the rams. They ready to fight once they feel like they're being threatened to a certain degree, like far as words are. But anyway, what I'm saying is explore each other, explore yourselves, look within yourself and see if what I say is true. Look within yourself to see, am I really a racist? Am I really that petty? Am I really that bought? Am I really that stupid to believe Fox News, CNN, NSNBC or whatever the fuck it's called, MSNBC, all these media outlets? Am I a fool to read the New York Times, the New York Post? Am I so stupid to read the Trenton-Tonian or whatever fuck it is? Am I that stupid to read Jim GQ, this, that, the other? Am I that dumb to not see the truth? It's like I said, and I'm going to close this off real quick. It's like what you've been seeing lately on the news. You could have a video camera. You could show the cops starting shit with the kid. And then the kid just runs because he's afraid of the police officer. And the police officer takes out his gun and shoots the kid 12 times and kills him. I'm going to ask you this question. Why would somebody say that's good for that kid to get killed? He shouldn't have been running from the cops. He must have did something. But if you watch the whole video, or you go on YouTube, you see the whole video. Because you got to remember, the media is not going to show you the whole video. They're not going to tell you. They're going to give you their spin on it, and that's going to be it. The cop's not at fault. This guy is. But if you go to YouTube and you look at it, and you really look at it, and you see the cop tell the kid why he's stopping him, why he's harassing that kid, and then turn around, he kills him because he runs because the kid is scared, and you side with the police officer, something is wrong with you. You are choosing to run with a corrupt entity instead of seeing the truth and saying something isn't right here. Why am I watching this and I feel this way, but I also feel this way? See, examining yourself is a great asset to an individual. Is to have self-examination. Learning to examining yourself. To examine your feelings. To look at yourself and say to yourself, why do I feel this way? I see this is wrong, but why do I feel like this? And really probe. Cut the TVs off. Cut the radio off. Go in your room. Tell your kids you don't be bothered. Or just tell them, look, I got to really sit down and think. And sit down and ponder. And see where that feeling's coming from. Alright, y'all? Because we're running out of time. Pretty soon, man, the end game is, like I said, end game is close. And when these people, the governments of this world and the people who's handling these people say, hey, I'm calling in that chip now. Let's let it get done. Let's get it done. They gonna call it that favor, and that's gonna be it for all of us. We'll be fighting against each other, and then when it's all said and done, when basically most of all the dirty work's done, they're gonna finish it off, and then they're gonna come to us, to whoever's remaining, and they're gonna tell you, this is it. This is the way things are gonna go. If you don't like it, we have our military. We have our, and you gotta think about it. These militias, they're gonna be a part of that military. The cops will be a part of that military. They're gonna be like, we got our military, and if you don't abide by it, you're gonna be put in those concentration camps for extermination. So, this is the Battle Blaster. I'm gonna sign off. Just wanted to hit y'all up real quick. All right. This is the Battle Blaster. I say peace.